Hello my friendly YouTube wanderers. Long time no see, right? But what is important, I'm back and I'm ready for action. So, what do I have in menu for you today? Yes, another teeny tiny vehicle. Do you remember when I was building KV2, the Russian heavy tank? There was something special in this project, so I just couldn't resist getting another one piece of heavy machinery straight from Soviet army. But this time I decided to go for a self-propelled gun named JSU or ISU 152. Tamiya instruction sheet. Well. 1, 2, 3, wait, 11, 12. Well, we both know there are even worse things in modeling hell. I got myself some nice photo-etched parts from ET model dedicated for this Tamiya set. And it looks really nice. I just hope there will not be too many fitting problems with fenders. Their construction isn't the most sophisticated, but what looks easy, well, you know the rest of the story. I will also use those small containers to organize cleaned parts. I have never showed you before the first step of model making process, which is getting parts ready for assembly, and now looks like a good time for this. Let's start with cutting parts from spruce. As you see, I try to make cuts as far as it is possible from the part. You don't need to have super sharp cutters yet, but small cutting edges could be really helpful though. Those tight corners, material tension and lack of visibility won't give us a chance to make a clean, stable cut, even with the best cutters on earth. But we will deal with this later, just in the moment. Those are my good old Mr. Hobby cutters. I use it to cut parts straight from spruce. We went through many battles together, what actually can be seen. And these are Tamiya cutters. They are perfect for detailed cuts, and I use them along with new Mr. Hobby cutters. Okay, but let's go back to something more productive, like getting rid of those nasty sprue remains. And this is the moment when you really need sharp and precise cutters. Just look how easy it is to manipulate the part while cutting off those unwanted plastic pieces. Imagine now doing that with a whole sprue around the part. Let's now finish the job. We need sharp hobby knife. Some sanding materials could be very helpful too. First, I get rid of all bulges left after cutting. I cut and grind as close to the surface as it is safe for model. A tip: as you see, I work with the part from different angles. It helps me with leveling of the blade while cutting. Sanding sticks and metal files are good for working with flat surface, while sanding sponges are perfect for round objects and uneven surface. I just briefly showed you a few tips helpful in cleaning parts. I'm not sure if such tips are anyhow interesting, so I will leave you to decide on it in comment section. Finally, after having all parts beautiful, shiny and ready, I put them into small container and label it with number corresponding to my note in instruction sheets. Thanks to this system, you can always find parts from different steps. Take them out, fit, upgrade and put back to the dedicated container. It is very helpful when you work with different upgrading sets and you need to go back and forth with the build process. I love those Tamiya engineering solutions. You just need to follow instructions. Wheels and suspension are sturdy and straight. At the same time, thanks to use of polycaps, you can easily demount wheels for separate painting and weathering. Of course, if you only wish to. There is no obligation here. As nothing spectacular is happening in the background, I will go back for a moment to my KV2 build. Oh, I just loved this heavy, mean look and those strict, sharp edges with uneven surface. Everything in this tank was so vulgar, oversized and, simplified. The same happens when you look at ISU 152, but because there is a but, maybe they don't look so sophisticated as we would like to, but both of those units look just unique to me, and I am sure that those shapes will always catch my eye wherever I see them. Let's now have some premium fun and make some demolition and reconstruction works on my ISU 152. Sounds a little like some rap star nick. ISU 152. Sorry for that. First, I get rid of those thick plastic fenders. It will involve some brave cutting and sanding. I was nearly finished leveling off one side when I just gave up. The surface was bending a little bit too much for my liking, and I decided not to risk breaking and ruining one of the major parts of the set. I will finish it after assembling the rest of upper hull together. The whole structure will be better to handle, firm and more stable. All previous side details are now gone, cut or filled and finally sanded flat. And now a real demolition starts. Okay, but really, I always liked those deep imperfections of armored steel which you can find mostly in Soviet units. Those deep, irregular attritions, long uneven grooves will make rather boring hull sight busy and eye-catching. Such flat and even surface just don't work with those deep scarps I've just made. Let's make it rougher and diverse. I use for this purpose Mr. Semades or Tamiya quick setting glue. Let the glue dissolve the plastic a bit and then start to stipple the surface with a stiff brush. You want rougher and more diverse? No problem, just put more glue to the surface and stipple harder. And now comes the time for final stage of texturing the hull. I will use Surfacer 500, which will not only build its own texture but also will combine deep grooves with glue stippling process. This final round will nicely blend all previous effects. Thanks to pretty straightforward design of fenders on GSU, PE replacement could be also glued safely and without no issues. I mean, nearly no issues, because instruction sheet from ET model was all messed up, and I had to improvise a lot. I mean, a lot! Come on, ET model, don't do this to us. Let's, for a change, build some tracks. You can either choose to go for rubber tracks or assembled tracks from individual links, which have already shaped sections. I went for individual tracks which give more opportunity to have fun. For example, when they are falling apart. Okay, let's stay positive, right? It happened only once. As JSU had a pretty big sag on its tracks, Tamiya gave us shaping jig which helps us not to mess up all those funky shapes. I've covered the jig surface with masking tape. Its surface is slick and when some glue will go where it shouldn't, masking tape will prevent tracks from gluing to a jig's surface. Looks nice already. I just love the chunky look of my JSU 152 ride. Only now I could glue together both of hull halves. I was a little bit afraid of potential damage caused by mounting fenders on already assembled hull. This time I didn't go for a barrel replacement. I couldn't find such a muffler like used in this set, and that was one of the reasons why I liked it. But after some careful sanding, it looks just good enough. Let's go back for now to our fenders, as some more detailing is waiting for me. As you see, I make some major and minor damages to fenders parts along the way. IT designed some fancy looking barrel belts, which I really wanted to use on the model, especially since I wanted to make some more damages in the region of one-off barrels. This is also the reason why I have chosen PE Rex replacements. ET model detailing set includes also PE welding's representation. I can't wait to see how it will finally look out. Looks good for now. We will see how will it look like after blending surface with the primer. I have replaced all handles as I felt set ones were a little bit too thick. Mesh covers needed some hinges to be prepared. The easiest way to do so is to use a PE bending tool. just as at KV2 project. I couldn't resist and not to add this nice small detail. It took some cutting and drilling because Tamiya left all of those closed, but as before, it was totally worth it. I always like to detail those turret guns with upgrading sets. They become small models on their own. Oh boy, what a project! I tell you, I'm always so surprised how project reality differs from its imagination when you look at unassembled set in a box. Surprisingly, the B set brought me the most troubles, and what was supposed to be fun and easy turned into fitting nightmare. But after all, I'm really happy I made it to this point and replaced those fenders because the final result does look promising. What do you think? I don't know how about you, but I can't wait to see this beauty all blended with even coat of black primer. This is why I will stop in here and move to my airbrush workbench. But all of this in another episode, which will come soon. So stay vigilant like US Navy SEAL or just click subscribe button. Then you will be the first one to know when I publish a new video. Traditionally, feel free to comment below, and if you spent some fun time watching this video, remember to click thumb up. This is all for today. Thank you kindly for visiting my channel. Stay safe, have fun, and don't leave your project in summertime for too long, because you know it will make them just lonely and sad. Anyway, ciao!